Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I will explain about current affairs. Please like, share and subscribe.
International Current Affairs MCQs 1. Alexander Vučić has been re-elected as the president of which country? A. Hungary, B. Serbia, C. South Korea, D. Ukraine. Correct answer, B. Serbia. Notes: Serbia's incumbent president Alexander Vučić has declared victory in the recently held presidential election. He has been serving as the president of Serbia since 2017 and as the president of the Serbian Progressive Party since 2012. He announced that Serbia will try to preserve friendly relations in many areas with the Russian Federation. 2. Which country is the world's largest producer and exporter of palm oil? A. India, B. China, C. Indonesia, D. UAE. Correct answer, C. Indonesia. Notes: Indonesia is the world's largest producer and exporter of palm oil. At present, the country is facing a palm oil crisis due to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Indonesia requires its exporters to set aside 30% of palm oil products for domestic use, up from the previous 20%, to tackle the shortage. Massive price spikes for food and energy caused by Ukraine war will push over 40 million people into extreme poverty. India, the world's biggest buyer of edible oil, relies on Indonesia for over half of its palm oil imports. 3. Samia Suluhu Hassan, who was seen in the news recently, is the first female president of which country? A. South Africa, B. Tanzania, C. Libya, D. Egypt. Correct answer, B. Tanzania. Notes: Samia Suluhu Hassan is the first female president of Tanzania. It is the largest country in East African region and known for the Kilimanjaro National Park. She is currently the only female head of government in Africa. Recently, the president of the country met Kamala Harris, the first woman and first woman of color to be vice president of the United States. This meeting is expected to pull more investors towards Tanzania. Unlike the previous president, Samia Hassan encouraged COVID vaccinations by publicly taking the shot herself. 4. Which major economy has signed an agreement on security cooperation with the Solomon Islands? A. Russia, B. China, C. India, D. USA. Correct answer, B. China. Notes: China and the Solomon Islands have recently signed an intergovernmental framework agreement on security cooperation. The agreement seeks to enhance social stability and long-term tranquility in the Solomon Islands. The countries announced that the cooperation is not targeted at any third country, serving the common interests of the South Pacific region. 5. India Out campaign is associated with which country? A. Sri Lanka, B. Nepal, C. Maldives, D. Bangladesh. Correct answer, C. Maldives. Notes: Maldivian President Ibrahim Mohamed Solih issued an order banning the India Out campaign. Led by former President Yamin, the campaign accuses the Maldivian government of allowing Indian military presence in the island nation. President Solih has opted for an India-first foreign policy. The Maldives National Security Council announced its decision that the campaign to incite hatred against India is a threat to national security. 6. Anthony Albanese has won the presidential elections of which country? A. United Kingdom, B. France, C. Australia, D. New Zealand. Correct answer, C. Australia. Notes: In the recently held Australian presidential elections, Labour Party won at least 72 seats, compared with 52 of Scott Morrison's Liberal National Coalition. Anthony Albanese-led Labour Party is set to come into power for the first time since 2013. Prime Minister Scott Morrison's Conservative government conceded defeat. Climate change was likely a key concern for voters after 3 years of bushfires and flood events. 7. What is the global mercy which was seen in the news recently? A. Non-profit organization, B. Civilian hospital ship. C. Anti-satellite missile. D. COVID-19 vaccine. Correct answer. B. Civilian hospital ship. Notes: the Global Mercy, the world's largest civilian hospital ship, made its debut in Africa in the port of Dakar, the capital city of Senegal. It is scheduled to stay in Senegal for 4 weeks to train health professionals before returning in 2023 to provide surgical care for the poor. The giant ship measures 174 meters long and 28.6 meters wide, and it comprises of 12 decks. 8. Which country has supplied nuclear fuel to the Kudankulam nuclear power plant, KNPP? A. USA, B. Russia, C. UAE, D. China. Correct answer, B. Russia. Notes: Rostom State Corporation of Russia has supplied the first batches of reliable and cost-efficient nuclear fuel over the existing one to India for the Units 1 and 2 of Kudankulam nuclear power plant, KNPP. The existing fuel is TVS-2M nuclear fuel, and after the refueling, the power unit 1 will start operations in 18-month fuel cycle. 9. Which country has announced a funding of $122 million for India to prevent avoidable epidemics? A. Japan, B. USA, C. Germany, D. Canada. Correct answer, B. USA. Notes: the United States has announced a funding of $122 million for India to prevent avoidable epidemics, early detection of disease threats, and rapid and effective response. The total funding will be distributed to 3 top health research institutions: ICMR, National Institute of Virology, NIV, and National Institute of Epidemiology, NIE, over a period of 5 years. 10. Which country is the host of G7 summit in 2022? A. France, B. Germany, C. Italy, D. United Kingdom. Correct answer, B. Germany. Notes: Prime Minister Narendra Modi Monday urged the Group of 7, G7, countries to consider investing in India's emerging market for clean energy technologies. He represented India as a partner country in the G7 summit in Germany after being invited by German Chancellor Olaf Scholz. Indonesia, Argentina, Senegal, and South Africa also attended the summit as partner countries. G7 is an informal grouping of industrialized economies: the US, the UK, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan. 11. Which country launched the Gandhi King Scholarly Exchange Initiative? A. Bangladesh, B. USA, C. UK, D. South Africa. Correct answer, B. USA. Notes: the U.S. Department of State has launched the Gandhi King Scholarly Exchange Initiative, which explores the legacies of Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King, Jr. The initiative brings together 20 young civic leaders from India and the United States to advance civil rights and social justice on the local, national, and international levels. It includes a program hosted at Alabama A&M University, historically black college and university, and the University of Alabama. 12. How many countries are members of the Partners in the Blue Pacific, PBP, grouping? A. 3, B. 5, C. 10, D. 15. Correct answer, B. 5. Notes: an informal intergovernmental grouping called the Partners in the Blue Pacific, PBP, was launched by the United States, Australia, Japan, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. It is a 5-nation informal mechanism to support Pacific Islands and to boost diplomatic, economic ties in the region. The Indo-Pacific region accounts for 63% of the global GDP and 46% of the world's merchandise trade. 13. Marmolada Glacier, which was seen in the news, is located in which country? A. Philippines, B. Russia, C. Australia, D. Italy. Correct answer, D. Italy. Notes: after a chunk of Italy's Marmolada Glacier broke off recently, at least 7 people are dead and more are still missing. As per the experts, this is the direct result of human-caused climate change. The disaster took place just one day after officials recorded a record high temperature of 10 degrees Celsius at the summit of the glacier in the Dolomite Mountains. 14. Which countries are associated with the I to U2 grouping? A. India, Israel, UAE, USA. B. India, Israel, UK, USA. C. India, Iran, UAE, USA. D. India, Iran, UK, USA. Correct answer. A. India, Israel, UAE, USA. Notes: the I to U2, India, Israel, UAE, USA grouping was conceptualized during the meeting of the foreign ministers of the four countries in October 2021. Prime Minister Narendra Modi participated in the first I to U2 leaders virtual summit along with his Israeli counterpart Yair Lapid, UAE President Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and US President Joe Biden. 15. Which country's company is a major shareholder of Nord Stream 1 pipeline? A. Germany. B. Russia. C. Italy. D. Israel. Correct answer. B. Russia. Notes: Nord Stream 1 is a 1,224 km underwater gas pipeline, which runs from Vyborg in northwest Russia to Lubmin in northeastern Germany via the Baltic Sea. Russian energy giant Gazprom owns the majority shares in the pipeline. It is the primary route through which its gas enters Germany. The pipeline was shut down for 10 days of scheduled maintenance work, and there are growing concerns in Europe that Russia would extend the temporary suspension in retaliation against the sanctions. 16. Which country has announced to quit the International Space Station after 2024? A. China. B. Russia. C. USA. D. Israel. Correct answer. B. Russia. Notes: Russia has decided to quit the International Space Station after 2024, as per the newly appointed chief of Moscow's space agency. Russia and the United States have worked on the ISS, which has been in orbit since the year 1998. Some of the key accomplishments of the Soviet space program are sending the first man into space in 1961 and launching the first satellite 4 years earlier. 17. Winbacks 2022 is Vietnam's first training exercise with a foreign army, held with which country? A. USA. B. India. C. France. D. Australia. Correct answer. B. India. Notes: Vietnam-India bilateral army exercise Winbacks 2022 concluded at Chandi Mandir, Haryana with a disaster relief demonstration and an equipment display. It was the first time that the Vietnam People's Army, VPA, was undertaking a field training exercise with any foreign army. The next edition of Winbacks will be hosted in Vietnam in 2023. 18. The United Nations has released a report on alleged human rights abuses in which country? A. India. B. China. C. USA. D. Australia. Correct answer. B. China. Notes: China has responded to a United Nations report on alleged human rights abuses in its northwestern Xinjiang region targeting Uyghurs and other mainly Muslim ethnic minorities. The report has been in the works for years and was released recently. The report claims that more than 1 million ethnic minority members were forcibly sent to re-education centers. 19. Which country, which was hit by economic crisis, has slashed taxes on female sanitary products? A. Iran. B. Sri Lanka. C. Afghanistan. D. Venezuela. Correct answer. B. Sri Lanka. Notes: Sri Lankan government has slashed taxes on female sanitary products to help women and girls who are unable to afford them because of the country's economic crisis. As per study this year by a policy advocacy group, period poverty, which is being unable to afford sanitary products, was about 50% among Sri Lanka's 5.3 million women of reproductive age. 20. Telecom giant Optus, which was recently hit by a cyber attack, is based in which country? A. Canada. B. USA. C. Australia. D. Russia. Correct answer, C. Australia. Notes: Australian telecom giant Optus said personal information and form of identification of 1.2 million customers was compromised in the recent cyber attack. It is considered as one of the biggest cyber breaches the country has faced. The breach affected 10 million customers, equivalent to around 40% of Australia's population. The federal government has released changes to telecommunications laws after the breach. 21. As per the latest World Bank assessment, which country has the highest food price inflation in the world? A. Sri Lanka, B. Lebanon, C. Venezuela, D. Turkey. Correct answer, B. Lebanon. Notes: As per the latest World Bank assessment, Sri Lanka ranks 5th in the highest food price inflation in the world. The list is led by Lebanon, followed by Zimbabwe, Venezuela, and Turkey. Sri Lanka's inflation surged to 70.2% in August from 66.7% a month ago as the country is grappling with the worst economic crisis. According to official data, food prices have risen by 84.6%. In mid-April, Sri Lanka declared its international debt default due to the forex crisis. 22. Schneeferner, which was seen in the news, is a glacier found in which country? A. Russia, B. Italy, C. Germany, D. Australia. Correct answer, C. Germany. Notes: The Schneeferner in the Bavarian Alps is the highest and largest glacier of Germany. As per the experts, the southern Schneeferner in the Alps has been removed from the glacier status after it melted due to extreme summer this year. As per the Bavarian Academy of Sciences, Germany now has only 4 glaciers left. Many of Europe's glaciers are likely to vanish in the coming decades due to human-caused climate change. 23. Which country has scrapped the proposal to cut tax for the wealthy? A. USA, B. UK, C. France, D. Italy. Correct answer, B. UK. Notes: British Prime Minister Liz Truss was forced into reversing the plans to cut the highest rate of income tax for the wealthy. Earlier, the government made an announcement of a stimulus package that includes £45 billion, $50 billion in tax cuts, to be paid by government borrowing. This decision has sent the pound to a record low position against the dollar. 24. Which global institution has launched a $6 billion financing facility to tackle global food crisis? A. World Bank, B. International Finance Corporation, C. World Economic Forum, D. International Monetary Fund. Correct answer, B. International Finance Corporation. Notes: World Bank's private sector investment arm, the International Finance Corporation, IFC, has launched a new $6 billion financing facility to tackle global food crisis. It will support sustainable production and delivery of food stocks to countries affected by food instability by supporting private sector companies. 25. The Druzhba oil pipeline, which was seen in the news, delivers oil from which country? A. Ukraine, B. Russia, C. Malaysia, D. USA. Correct answer, B. Russia. Notes: The Druzhba oil pipeline is one of the world's largest with the capacity to flow 2 million barrels per day. It supplies Russian oil to Central Europe including Germany, Poland, Belarus, Hungary, Slovakia, the Czech Republic and Austria. Recently, Poland found a leak in the Druzhba pipeline leak in the main route carrying oil to Germany. Germany said it was receiving less oil but still had adequate supplies. The supplies of gas has been slashed due to the Russian invasion of Ukraine. 26. Which country has been hit by the tropical storm Nalgai? A. Indonesia, B. Japan, C. Philippines, D. Australia. Correct answer, C. Philippines. Notes: The Philippines has recorded 72 deaths from tropical storm Nalgai that caused floods and landslides in southern provinces. Maguindanao province was the most affected region with 67 people dead. Several people were injured and went missing. An average of 20 tropical storms hit the Philippines annually. 27. Which country has launched the world's longest passenger train as of November 2022? A. Japan. B. China. C. Switzerland. D. Sweden. Correct answer. C. Switzerland. Notes: Switzerland has launched the world's longest passenger train with 100 coaches, 4,550 seats, measuring 1910 meters. Russian Railway, a Swiss transport company, has set a world record for the longest passenger train to celebrate the 175th anniversary of Switzerland's first railway. The record-breaking train was formed of 25 new Capricorn electric trains, which passed through the landscape in the Swiss Alps. 28. Which is the word of the year for 2022, as announced by the Cambridge Dictionary? A. Chaos. B. Homer. C. Manipulate. D. Mutate. Correct answer. B. Homer. Notes: The Cambridge Dictionary chose Homer as the word of the year for 2022. It also announced that the choice is influenced by the famous game Wordle. The word Homer was searched for nearly 75,000 times during the first week of May 2022 as it was the answer in Wordle. The word is a reference to an informal American English word for a home run in baseball. 29. India signed Economic Development Cooperation Fund loan agreement for intelligent transport system with which country? A. Australia. B. France. C. South Korea. D. Sweden. Correct answer. C. South Korea. Notes: India and South Korea signed the arrangement regarding Economic Development Cooperation Fund loan of over 245 billion Korean won. The agreement is for the establishment of intelligent transport system on Nagpur-Mumbai Super Communication Expressway project in Delhi. South Korea was designated as India's official development assistance partner for development cooperation in 2016. 30. Which city is the host of Technotex 2023, India's premier show on technical textiles? A. Gandhinagar. B. Guwahati. C. Mumbai. D. Pune. Correct answer. C. Mumbai. Notes: Technotex 2023, India's premier show on technical textiles, will be held in Mumbai. The event is being organized by the Ministry of Textiles, Government of India in collaboration with Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce Industry, under National Technical Textiles Mission, NTTM. This is the largest event of technical textile industry in India, which will be attended by top CEOs, manufacturers, industry peers, purchase managers, and suppliers from India and around the globe. 31. Which country's president outlined a 10-point peace plan recently? A. Russia. B. Ukraine. C. USA. D. North Korea. Correct answer. B. Ukraine. Notes: Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky has outlined a 10-point peace plan to end the war with Russia. He has been promoting his 10-point peace plan, discussing it with US President Joe Biden among others. He also urged the world leaders to hold a global peace summit based on it. Zelensky announced his peace formula at a November summit of the Group of 20 Major Economies. 32. Which country developed the Aadhaar-like platform for 9 countries called Modular Open Source Identity Platform, MOSIP? A. China. B. India. C. Israel. D. USA. Correct answer. B. India. Notes: International Institute of Information Technology Bangalore, IITB, has developed a platform to provide Aadhaar-like digital identities for 9 countries. The Modular Open Source Identity Platform, MOSIP, is a digital identity platform. Citizens of Philippines, Morocco, Sri Lanka, Uganda, Ethiopia, Republic of Guinea, Sierra Leone, Burkina Faso, and Togo's Republic will enroll on the platform. 33. Afghanistan signed agreement with which country's company to extract oil from Amu Darya Basin? A. India. B. Pakistan. C. China. D. Russia. Correct answer C. China. Notes: the ruling Taliban has signed a deal with a Chinese company to extract oil from northern Afghanistan's Amu Darya Basin. The agreement is the first major international energy extraction deal the Taliban signed since taking control of Afghanistan in 2021. 34. Which country attempted Start Me Up mission, its first orbital space launch? A. Qatar. B. UK. C. Italy. D. Germany. Correct answer B. UK. Notes: the UK attempted its first orbital space launch from UK soil, making it the privately owned Virgin Orbit's first international launch. The repurposed Virgin Atlantic Boeing 747 aircraft, named Cosmic Girl, took off from Cornwall, UK. However, the mission dubbed Start Me Up failed due to an anomaly in a satellite launch. The rocket was carrying 9 small satellites. 35. India signed and exchanged letters for young professionals scheme with which country? A. Australia. B. UK. C. USA. D. Finland. Correct answer B. UK. Notes: India and the United Kingdom marked the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas by exchanging letters to formalize the Young Professionals Scheme. The scheme allows up to 3,000 graduates in age bracket of 18 to 30 to get a 2-year visa to study in each other's countries. It aims to pave a way for the youth to understand the culture of one another. The launch of the Young Professionals Scheme was announced in November 2022 at G20 Summit in Bali, Indonesia. 36. Which is the first European country to have a reciprocal access agreement with Japan? A. Germany. B. UK. C. Italy. D. France. Correct answer B. UK. Notes: the UK Prime Minister signed a landmark defence agreement with the Japanese Prime Minister at London. This is regarded as the most significant defence agreement between the two countries in more than a century, which allows UK forces to be deployed to Japan. The UK is the first European country to have a reciprocal access agreement with Japan. 37. Which is the first country to recognize Bitcoin as a legal tender? A. Iran. B. Venezuela. C. El Salvador. D. Maldives. Correct answer C. El Salvador. Notes: El Salvador became the first country in the world to recognize Bitcoin as a legal tender 2 years ago. It has recently approved a law to regulate the issuance of other digital assets by both the state and private entities. The bill aims to attract national and foreign investors while creating new financing opportunities. 38. World Health Organization (WHO) recently urged Southeast Asian countries to take urgent measures against which disease? A. Polio. B. Measles. C. Tuberculosis. D. Pneumonia. Correct answer B. Measles. Notes: World Health Organization (WHO) has urged all nations in Southeast Asia to take urgent and accelerated measures against measles. The disease is on the rise as nearly 9 million children having missed vaccination in the past 2 years and 5.3 million children remain partially vaccinated. The measles vaccination coverage significantly reduced after the pandemic. 39. India is set to start supplying diesel to which country through a friendship pipeline? A. Japan. B. Nepal. C. Sri Lanka. D. Bangladesh. Correct answer D. Bangladesh. Notes: the India-Bangladesh Friendship Pipeline (IBFPL) will start supplying diesel to Bangladesh on an experimental basis for June this year. About 131.5 km long pipeline has been constructed for importing diesel from India. Out of this, 126.5 km pipeline is in Bangladesh and 5 km line is in India. The international pipeline will carry diesel from the Siliguri-based marketing terminal of the Numaligarh Refinery Limited to Parbatipur Depot of Bangladesh Petroleum Corporation, BPC. 40. Which city is the host of WEF Global Future Council 2023? A. Colombo, B. Dubai, C. Melbourne, D. New York. Correct answer, B. Dubai. Notes: over 50 high-impact initiatives were launched or profiled at the World Economic Forum Annual Meeting 2023. The World Economic Forum and the Government of the United Arab Emirates signed a collaboration agreement on the TradeTech initiative to use technology to overcome trade impediments. They also signed an agreement to host the annual meeting of the forum's Global Future Council 2023 in Dubai. 41. Which country introduced new family laws called Federal Personal Status Laws? A. USA, B. UK, C. UAE, D. Australia. Correct answer, C. UAE. Notes: a set of new family laws, referred to as Federal Personal Status Laws, for non-Muslims residing in the United Arab Emirates, UAE came into force. These laws will apply to non-Muslim expatriates or foreigners living in UAE and cover various aspects of family law like marriage, divorce, child custody, inheritance, wills, and paternity. The new reforms to UAE's judicial systems originate from Abu Dhabi's civil family court system, which allows non-Muslim couples to divorce or marry without following the Sharia laws. 42. Which country has recently terminated the Immigrant Investor Program? A. Sweden, B. Ireland, C. USA, D. Australia. Correct answer, B. Ireland. Notes: the government of Ireland has recently terminated the Immigrant Investor Program. Under this initiative, citizens of the non-EU countries were permitted to acquire residency in Ireland if they make an investment of at least €1 million in the country. This program also provided visas to those donating €5 lakh to philanthropic causes. This program has overseen investments of around €1.2 billion for almost 10 years. It was terminated as such initiatives are seen as a security risk. 43. The MCQs is a new development project, associated with which country? A. Saudi Arabia, B. Israel, C. France, D. Australia. Correct answer, A. Saudi Arabia. Notes: the MCQs is a new development project that has been announced by Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince and Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman. The ambitious plan aims to build the largest inner-city building in the world named the MCQs in Riyadh, the country's capital. It aims to develop the world's largest modern downtown in Riyadh in line with Saudi Vision 2030. 44. Which neighboring country of India signed more with ISA to increase use of solar energy? A. Sri Lanka, B. Nepal, C. Bangladesh, D. Myanmar. Correct answer, C. Bangladesh. Notes: the government of Bangladesh signed an agreement with the International Solar Alliance, ISA, to increase the use of solar energy in the country. The agreement is to be implemented by December 2026. Bangladesh has set up a target of generating 40% of its total energy through renewable sources by 2041. It aims to produce 4,000 megawatts of solar power by the end of 2030. 45. Which country has opened military service to women for the first time in 25 years? A. Sri Lanka, B. Colombia, C. UK, D. Japan. Correct answer, B. Colombia. Notes: Colombia has opened military service to women for the first time in 25 years. A cohort of 1,296 women have been enlisted in Colombia's army in the month of February. Colombia has long had compulsory military service for men ages 18 to 24. The army relies heavily on the young recruits to staff bases, protect infrastructure, and carry out administrative tasks, while its professional soldiers confront drug trafficking gangs and rebel groups. 46. Which country launched the new Women and Girls Strategy on International Women's Day? A. Australia, B. USA, C. UK, D. Germany. Correct answer, C. UK. Notes. On the occasion of the International Women's Day, UK's new Women and Girls Strategy was launched. The plan focuses on promoting gender equality globally. It commits the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office to dedicate over 80% of its bilateral aid programs towards gender equality by 2030. The plan aims to combat gender-based violence, empower women and girls, champion their health and rights, and increase education opportunities for girls. 47. Which country launched the 2022 Country Reports on Human Rights Practices? A. India, B. USA, C. Ukraine, D. Japan. Correct answer, B. USA. Notes. As 2022 Country Reports on Human Rights Practices was published recently by the US State Department. According to this report, India is facing human rights issues such as targeting of religious minorities, gender-based violence, persecution of journalists, and restrictions on freedom of expression. 48. Russia unveiled a broad long-term blueprint for deepening relations with which country? A. India, B. China, C. USA, D. Italy. Correct answer, B. China. Notes. China and Russia unveiled a broad long-term blueprint for their deepening relations following Chinese President Xi Jinping's visit to Moscow and talks with President Vladimir Putin. In the joint statement, both sides firmly condemned the politicization of multilateral platforms. Both the countries pledged to work together to push back against the US Indo-Pacific strategy. 49. Safe Third Country Agreement is associated with which countries? A. Australia, New Zealand, B. Russia, Ukraine, C. US, Canada, D. India, Sri Lanka. Correct answer, C. US, Canada. Notes. Safe Third Country Agreement, which came into effect in 2004, aims to help the US and Canada governments effectively manage access to the refugee system in each country for people crossing the international border between the two countries. A new bilateral agreement was signed to extend this agreement. 50. Which country is associated with the Anti-Spyware Declaration? A. USA, B. China, C. India, D. South Korea. Correct answer, A. USA. Notes. The first ever anti-spyware declaration was issued recently by the United States and 10 other countries. It includes Australia, Canada, Costa Rica, Denmark, France, New Zealand, Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom. This is in recognition of the misuse of the commercial spyware and the need for a stringent domestic and international controls on the proliferation and the use of spyware technology.